Pleurisy pain is the lining, inflammation of the lining of the lung. It's pretty painful. Good morning. Peter just brought me some meds. And he brought the camera, so I figured I'm supposed to turn it on. Was I supposed to turn it on?
I was getting ready to vlog, but
he was getting ready to vlog.
I was gonna give him an update on how you're feeling.
Basically, last night was a little bit rough because I kept like waking up like feeling off, like, oh, I'm so uncomfortable. And then eventually I realized it was my lung. So I haven't had pleurisy pain in quite some time. If I have it correctly, pleurisy pain is the lining, inflammation of the lining of the lung. So it's like, it's pretty painful. I actually know quite a few normal people, like non-CF people, who have had pleurisy for whatever reason throughout their life, and so they understand how painful it is. It's like, I'm kind of sitting weird because as the pain gets worse, it like kind of makes your body go down, like trying to find a position that'll be less painful, but it just kind of stops you from breathing deeper because of the pain. Like the pain stops, like, So through the night it was just like uncomfortable, and I was trying to find a position that would hurt less. This morning for the last hour it was like okay. I like came downstairs and I have been like okay, but in the last few minutes it started getting worse again, so I don't know. I mean, there have been plenty of times where I couldn't even pick up the camera, like in years past when this has happened. So it's not that bad yet. But I already talked with my CF team, and they said just take meds and hopefully that will help. And then if it doesn't get better, we can talk again. But they recommended holding off on doing my vest right now just because it will make the pain worse. So the plan is I'll probably just sit by the fire for now. Heat does help. Just sitting by the fire doesn't do much, but I might get the heating pad out and like hold it on my lung. It's like on my lung, like my right lung, like right here.
Or just use the cat.
Through the night, I realized like this cat is kind of like a heating pad for my lung, because he was like laying right here or something, I don't know. Anyway, that's my story. Peter's
sticking to it
right there.
Good morning, guys. I took Benadryl last night for my poison rash on my skin. My wrist looks better than it did last night. It was really swollen last night. I got into like poison something, sumac or something in the yard.
Like you did it for fun.
Yeah, I got into it. It was quite the activity, working in the yard. And so I was able to order, I like looked at all the stores on Instacart to see if anybody had, it was recommended to us like Technu, is that what it's called? It's like a poison ivy scrub wash thing. And I couldn't, like CVS didn't have it, at least it wasn't listed on the things I could add to her prescription order. Anyways, I found a grocery store that had it and was able to get an order. And this morning, last night when I placed the order, it said they've been doing, because there's just a lot of demand, like they give you like a 2-day window where usually you can get like a few hour window. Anyways, I looked at it again this morning to see if there was any updates on when I get it, and it still was like today or tomorrow. But then when I looked at the schedule, it said like to place a new order, you can place a new order and get it within the next 5 hours. I was like, oh. Well, then I looked at my order and clicked reschedule order, and I rescheduled it to the next 5 hours.
Oh, perfect.
So I'll get it by this afternoon.
I do have to tell you one thing.
Okay.
I did read you're supposed to do that within 8 hours of the rash starting.
Oh.
But I still think it's worth a try. Plus, we'll have it on hand.
Got it. Okay, good to know. But anyways, guys, welcome to our day. I'm just getting a few emails and work done before I do some video editing. And then once I'm done all of that, I'm gonna get back in the yard, stay away from all the poison, and just dump some dirt in the backyard.
So do you think we should, like, I was thinking, like, tape your wrist, your sleeve to your gloves?
I'll figure out a way to, like, completely close my arms so I don't get exposed anymore.
Do you remember when this happened in Scotland?
Yes, the pleurisy pain. I was thinking while you were talking to the camera that the first time that you experienced pleurisy pain, as far as we know, was in Scotland.
Yeah, I had forgotten that.
Well, because it was a new term to me when when in the hospital they were like, this sounds like pleurisy pain.
That's so interesting because it is so alarming how painful it is. So you'd think like something's obviously terribly wrong.
Yeah.
So we go to the hospital and they were like, oh, it's just pleurisy.
Yeah.
Like, go home and you're fine kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, they checked the x-ray and I didn't have a collapse because I think you can have a collapse along with it. And I've had a collapse, like a partial collapse in the past, but not with pleurisy. So I'm not worried about, like, if it's collapsed or whatever.
Yeah.
If it felt different than my pleurisy in the past.
Mm-hmm. Hey, buddy. Good morning. And just like that, like a half hour after I said that I was able to change our Instacart order, the Techno stuff came. So I'm gonna go wash. I have it in between my fingers. So I'm going to hopefully this helps. And yeah, although it's not too itchy, but it is annoying. You guys just having a little snuggle?
Yeah. Ouch.
Hurting.
Yeah.
Good boy. You got two snuggle buddies.
I know they're the best. You know what I was gonna do today?
What were you gonna do today?
Well, number one, the dishes.
I'll do that.
Well, it's okay. I'll do them like tomorrow or something.
I'll do them when it's dark and I can't work in the yard.
Good idea. I made 2 pots of soup yesterday.
Amazing. You were
That,
anticipating this.
is your hand okay?
I have poison in between those 2 fingers, so
Okay, because your little thumbs up looks
This is
really
like the
hot.
first time in 9 years that I'm not wearing my wedding band.
Are you serious?
Yeah?
I was going to put this couch in the plant room. Peter does not. He's smirking. Film yourself.
This is my reaction to that. She just loves rearranging and having new settings,
I do. Sometimes.
which I appreciate.
It's fun. Okay, this is what I'm doing. So, did you already edit?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Just still working on emails.
Oh, good job. I'm wondering if I can sleep.
Yeah, why don't you try?
All right. It's many hours later.
I've been working in the yard, making progress. The drainage system's starting to disappear, which is good.
Awesome.
And now we're sitting down to have. Yesterday, Mary made some broccoli cheddar soup.
I call it toot soup because it's gonna make us tutor.
But it's delicious. I tasted it.
Did you like it?
It's really good.
Yay!
I had a little hot sauce in mine.
Cool. Yeah, we're gonna eat this. And oh look, there's the doggy. My lung is doing a little bit better. It's just like a small ice pick in my lung instead of like a humongous dagger. So, doing a little bit better. I just asked Peter to hand me the all-trays.
And I handed it to her and said, here's your toot reducers.
True.
Here we are.
I'm ready to paint this wall black.
Yeah, Mary informed me. She's ready. That was our intentions before we moved into the house.
We bought a paint sample like 6 months ago.
And
Pinned the pins on Pinterest.
I think it was partially like moving in and...
Oh,
like,
we didn't have time.
Well, we didn't have time, and it was just kind of like, oh, we're loving the house as it is, kind of thing, and don't want to make any changes yet. And but Mary's feeling ready to paint this wall black.
I think part of it is that we don't have a headboard, and so I was thinking if we paint even just like the inner strip black, kind of make it visually like a headboard.
We could just get a headboard. If that's why you want to paint the wall black.
No, I want to paint it. I want to try it. It can be painted over.
You want to try it?
I mean.
No, we've wanted a black wall anyways.
We've thought about doing black shiplap, but ultimately it would be cheaper and quicker and easier and less destructive to just do black paint.
It's true.
So.
Anyways, we have enough projects right now with getting the yard done. That is, tomorrow I'll finish this pile of dirt and I'll order another one for next week. Because we have rain through the weekend, so that'll give me a break. And then next week I'll get back at it with another
we're about
load of dirt.
To watch the magic of the drainage.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Me too.
I think it's going to be riveting. Like, we're going to be looking out the window while it's raining. We might even go out there.
Yeah, we'll be like, look, it's going through the drain.
Down.
Oh, man.
I can see the upcoming title. Water goes into drain.
Fascinating.
What were you going to say?
Some people were confused about us just running the water into our neighbor's yard, and I thought I'd explain that. The water naturally, the way the neighborhood is designed, runs through the backyards of our houses.
Our whole street.
Yeah, so like off of the neighbors above us and the neighbors below us, then water naturally flows through our yards. So all that we're doing with this drainage system is making it go under our yard rather than over our yard.
Yeah. Kind of like the water from our neighbor that way comes into our yard. Mm-hmm. It all just, it's
the way it's designed to flow. So we don't want to, we're not disrupting that flow. We're just kind of directing it underground. And then plus the neighbors next door, it's wooded in their backyard. They don't have it like developed into or landscaped. So they kind of have a stream that goes through whenever it's raining. Anyways, that's why we're just kind of like running it straight through. Yep. Anyways, that's our projects right now. Mary's lung is about the same.
Yeah, it's not horrible. It's been worse earlier today. I'm hoping I sleep a little bit better than I did last night. I didn't realize during the night what was happening until early this morning.
Yeah.
Like, it was one of those where I was like uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I realized, oh, this is pleurisy pain. Oh, that's why I'm uncomfortable. But anyway, we'll see what tomorrow holds.
And
as always,
we'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
And good night to the Ollie boy. The cat is right there under the blankets. Did you know that? Right behind you.